Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about the altcoin Terra Luna. Now there are some massive news that have come out. First of all being Mike, which is a billionaire investor and CEO of Galaxy Digital, decided to break his silence as he's been a big supporter of Terra Luna and talked about it. Secondly, we're going to be talking about how Kayvon might be going against the community and releasing the new blockchain. If that happens, that would be a chaos, but there is a lot to talk about today. But before we get into it, if you're here for the first time, you do want to stay up to date with everything to do with Terra Luna, I highly recommend you scroll down and tap the red subscribe button. While you're there, slap a like on the video. It is completely free to do so. If you do decide to do it, will help the YouTube algorithm push the video to more people. More people see the incredible side of Luna. They decide to bring their trust back into it, decide to buy back into it. It starts spiking up and all of us make a lot of profit. So make sure you go down and slap a like on it. Other than that, let's get straight into it. So to begin with today's video, before we actually look at the chart, I want to show you guys something crazy. So the billionaire, our boy Mike, has finally broken his silence about Luna and went out and talked about it. He was a big believer in Luna, and seeing the collapse in the past 7 days, he was just staying super quiet on Twitter, and now today he came out to make some announcement. Billionaire investor and Galaxy Digital CEO Mike addresses the Terra Luna and UST fallout. The billionaire investor crypto prospect Mike published a post about the recent Terra blockchain fallout, and his firm Galaxy Digital were big believers in Terra project, and the investor even got a Luna tattoo on his arm. Despite the recent events and losses the crypto economy felt this past week, stressed that he still firmly believes the crypto revolution is here to stay. Now personally, I do like the fact that he's still believing in crypto, and it's really sad to see that he was a big believer in Luna but decided to have such a dramatic crash. Another thing which I want to add on to that is there is no good news in what happens in markets or the Terra ecosystem. In Luna and UST alone, 40 billion of market value was destroyed in a very short amount of time. Both large and small investors saw profits and wealth vanish. The collapse dented confidence in crypto and decentralized finance. Whenever money is lost in such an abrupt fashion, people want answers. I'm going to try to add some insights to the ongoing discussion. Obviously, he had huge amounts of money actually invested in Luna as well. He even had a tattoo of Luna and was one of the biggest believer that Luna was going to be the future. He's still a big believer in crypto, but obviously he has a lot of say in what would happen in Luna. They're talking to the team and what is happening, and we might be getting an insight very soon. Keep in mind that overall it's really sad to see, as he mentioned, that this is going to get a lot of people to lose trust in crypto, especially because $40 billion being vanished. I also read on the news somewhere that some people took their life, which is really sad to see. And if you guys are going through some bad times like that, please think it through. There are so many people in the world that love you. But it's really crazy to see that Mike actually went on to take on the fact that he did see Luna and UST fall out, and now he made the announcement that he is not happy with that, but obviously there's not much he can do. Now before we carry on with the news, I want to show you guys how the chart just keeps getting stronger and stronger. If you can see, the symmetrical triangle was close to be broken around this point, but now it just fall back down. I mean, it's not only Luna's fault due to the fact that the whole market had a small dip, but overall, as you guys can see, the symmetrical triangle is still forming from the high that we formed about 5 days ago. Now, if this symmetrical triangle breaks out, you guys know usually what usually happens is it forms an uptrend and it breaks to the point which was the highest point, and from there it's obviously expiration point, as there's not much way to go. But that's what the chart shows you, and this is what the pattern usually ends up doing. Now if this does happen, let's say it decides to go up to the 5-day high, what is going to be the point that people are going to make? So if it decides to go up to the 5-day high, that's close to 177% return in a very short period of time, and that could be in under 24 hours. It just depends on how the market is going to react, as Bitcoin is closing in close to 29,000. If the market just keeps on crashing, obviously it will be much harder for Luna to recover. Also, the RSI line, you guys can see, is starting to look a lot better, but something that is not looking better is the trading volume. It has significantly fallen below the 1 billion market. Now it is sitting somewhere close to 800 million, and the trading volume to the market cap ratio is close to 74%. I mean, right now, due to the market conditions, if it does fall a little bit, I do understand. But if it keeps on falling at the rate it is going, it's not going to be good for the Terra community over time. Now, talking about something else which is a little strange for me. Terra community divided on Kayvon's algorithmic hard fork proposal. Now, you guys know the voting was completely against Kayvon, as 90% of the people did not want a hard fork. But they're still going for it. They're not actually changing their plan at all. Close to 2,000 people actually voted, as you can see right there, and 90% support from the community with only 7 days to vote. Now, out of those people, 90% of the people did not want to hard fork and just leave the original Terra that we have right now. Now, for them to pass the terms, the vote has to be 50-50, as I mentioned, but right now it is 90% against trying to hard fork. If this stays like this, it's crazy, because there's only 7 days left for the release of the new blockchain. Is it going to be released? Is it not going to be released? It's still going to be a very interesting point. Okay, that's probably the best time to put it. And personally, I'm really excited to see how this is all going to turn out. Are they going to go against the community if it's like 60-40 and people don't want to hard fork, or how it's going to work out? Something else which is really interesting is, look at this. Kayvon moves on Luna's revival plan despite 90% rejection vote. As I just mentioned, are they still going to go on with it even when a lot of people in the community do not want to go with it? Kayvon, CEO of Transform Labs, has put his plan to revive Terra to vote following last week's collapse. The Terra community rejects Kayvon's fork proposal. Kayvon faces investors and government lawsuit and the UST collapse. I mean, yeah, it's starting to not look good, because as we talked about yesterday, Kayvon's going through some trouble in South Korea, as there have been lawsuits against him from investors who invested in Luna. Let Terra die. This was posted on Nasdaq. It's just really crazy to think that Nasdaq is one of the biggest news articles when it comes to trading and investors, and they're talking about Luna and saying Luna should just die out. It will be better for the whole of the crypto market. I do not agree with that, due to the fact if it just die out, I think that would actually lose more trust from other investors to put money into any other crypto. If Luna dies, then it will actually lose a lot of trust, which is, I don't agree with Nasdaq on that point. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys do or not, because I personally disagree with that continuously. Now, Luna just got delisted from another trading platform, which is Bitflix. Now, Binance, BitMax, OKX, FTX, everything is starting to delist crypto. Sorry if I mispronounced them. I'm just really sad to see this, as everything is melting down. It's really hard for Luna to recover. Now, other than that, let me know down in the comment section what you guys think about all of this. I would love to read your comments. I hope you guys did enjoy today's video. If you did, drop a like on it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.